This is of course pictorially expressed, but the meaning is clear. However, as man nears the path of discipleship, the influence of the sacred planets becomes increasingly effective, until after the final and fifth initiation the non-sacred planets have no effect, though the initiate wields their energies potently as they pour into and through his vehicles of reception, of response and of expression, for all three activities and purposes must be noted. The energies of the 12 constellations are blended with those of the 12 planets, but their power, to evoke response, and to be consciously received, recognized and employed, is dependent entirely upon the type of response mechanism of the planetary life and of the individual man. It has been rightly said that consciousness is dependent upon the vehicles of consciousness, upon their point of development and upon the ability of the individual to identify himself with the energies and impulses which are reaching him, and is not dependent only upon that which is already a recognized part or aspect of himself. It might be said that the higher response to the realities and qualities revealed and made possible by the impact of energy from the zodiacal signs is somewhat dependent upon the waning influence of the planets to hold down the consciousness aspect of the man. Ponder upon this, for it embodies a deep esoteric truth. Thus, two potent streams of energy, cosmic and systemic, reach man via the conditioning planetary centers of force, the 7 planetary schemes in the solar system, and their corresponding 7 centers in the planet on which we live, and pour into the symbolic 12 houses through their medium. It is for this reason that our solar system is spoken of as one of intrinsic duality, love, wisdom, and that the major task of man is the regulation of the pairs of opposites. The theme of duality, therefore, runs through the whole story of man's development. Upon all the 3 planes of human unfoldment the reconciliation goes forward. 1. Upon the physical plane we find the merging of the dense and the etheric forces. This is consummated upon the path of purification. 2. Upon the astral plane there must come the resolution of the pairs of opposites. This is consummated upon the path of discipleship. 3. Upon the mental plane the angel of the presence and the dweller on the threshold are brought face to face. Their synthesis is brought about upon the path of initiation. What is true of man in this connection is true also of humanity as a whole, of the planetary logos of the earth, as of all planetary logoi, and of the solar logos. The analogy between the fusion of the pairs of opposites, for instance, upon the physical plane can be seen in the conscious and directed fusion of the planetary forces with the energy of any specific planet or group of planets. The analogy, involving discrimination to regulate and offset the force of the pairs of opposites upon the astral plane, can be seen when the energies of the sun sign and of the planets are perfectly directed and adjusted. The analogy can also be carried forward onto the mental plane and when the energies of the sun sign and the rising sign are coherently blended and expressed, in the case of both the individual or a planetary life, there comes a point of crisis when the soul and the personality are brought face to face. The angel of the presence, distributing solar fire and holding focused electric fire, and the dweller on the threshold, expressing and utilizing fire by friction, know each other, with intimate occult knowledge. The door then stands open wide through which the life and light of the 3 major constellations can after the 3rd initiation be occultly available to the initiate, be he a liberated human being or a planetary logos. When astrologers understand the true significance of the constellation Gemini, the twins, and the dual forces which pour through this sign, the forces in conflict, as they are sometimes called, or the quarreling brothers, and beat upon our planetary life, then the true method of resolving the dualities will be known. It is interesting to note also that 7 of the symbols which express the 12 signs of the zodiac are dual in their nature, and duality can be inferred from them. 1. The two horns of the ram in Aries. 2. The two horns of the bull in Taurus. 3. The figures of the twins in Gemini, 2 lines. 4. The two claws of the crab in Cancer. 5. The two scales of the balance in Libra. 6. The two parallel lines of force in Aquarius. 7. The two fishes in Pisces. These 7 constellations are, therefore, closely related to 6 of the 7 sacred planets and to 1 non-sacred planet. There are 2 signs which are simple figures, and have no significance of duality. They are 8. The symbol for Leo, which is simply the lion's tail. 9. The arrow in the symbol depicting Sagittarius. They embody the idea of isolated separation, and one-pointed desire. 2 signs are definitely triple in construction, and this has a clear meaning to the esotericist. 10. Virgo is a triple sign. 11. Scorpio is also a triple sign, closely resembling the symbol of Virgo. These 2 signs are crucial in the experience of the human being, indicating as they do the function of the triple form, and the liberation of the man imprisoned in the form, through the tests in Scorpio when he proves to himself and to the world the reality of that which Virgo has veiled or hidden. 12. The symbol for the sign Capricorn is most mysterious. It conceals the mystery of the crocodiles, or Makara. It is constructed in an inaccurate, and definitely misleading manner, and should be regarded as a mystery, and therefore not to be defined. These signs and their relationship to the sacred, and non-sacred planets will be considered later. To sum up, man will, therefore, have to be studied as a threefold entity, a composite individual, expressing, in the 3 worlds. A. The spiritual soul, reflecting the monad. B. The human soul, reflecting the divine soul. C. The form nature, which should be the revealer of the 2 higher. 3 creative hierarchies condition the man in incarnation, the 4th, or 9th, the 5th, or 10th, and the 6th. These, in collaboration, create man and, at the same time, constitute the field of his expression. Man is consequently a blend of electric fire, being a divine flame, and becomes eventually responsive to the 3 major, controlling influences. He is also solar fire, being a solar angel in manifestation. He then becomes increasingly responsive to the influences of the 12 constellations. He is likewise fire by friction, and comes under the influence of the planets. The tabulation below may make this somewhat clearer. I. Electric fire. Path of initiation 4th hierarchy. Full soul expression. Monadic life. Goal. Identification with the monad. Produces responsiveness to the 3 constellations. II. Solar fire. Path of discipleship 5th hierarchy. Full life experience. Soul life. Goal. Identification with the soul. Produces responsiveness to the 12 zodiacal constellations. II. Fire by friction. Path of evolution 6th hierarchy. Life experiment. Human life. Goal. Identification with the personality. Produces responsiveness to the planetary influences. 3. The Great Wheel and Spiritual Unfoldment. Before I give you the remaining part of the chart which deals with the constellations as conductors of cosmic energies or as transmitters of their own energy, I would like to remark that much that I shall say will be based upon 1. The wheel of life and the path of man, the human being, as he passes through the signs according to the mode recognized by Orthodox astrology. He, as well as the planets, apparently retrogrades through the signs, and appears to pass through the constellations from Aries to Taurus. But this is all part of the great illusion. 2. the wheel of life and the path of man, the divine or spiritual soul, as he passes through the signs of the zodiac according to the mode studied by the esoteric astrologer. This is the path of reality, as the other is the path of illusion. This carries the disciple around the path from commencement in Aries to consummation in Pisces. The present method is based upon the temporary truth that ordinary man is subject to the illusory nature of manifestation and, as he thinks, so is he. When, however, he becomes Hercules, the sun god, or solar angel, he begins to reverse the process, again only apparently, and a definite reorientation takes place. The teachers on the inner side, therefore, study the horoscope only in its relation to the following three entities. 1. The horoscope of the planet itself as the expression of the life of the planetary logos. This involves the studying of the horoscope of the spirit of the planet, as well as of the informing life, and their joint relationship and interplay. The spirit of the earth is to the planetary logos of the earth, for instance, what the personality, or form nature, is to the soul of man. The two horoscopes are superimposed and the planetary pattern then emerges. 2. The horoscope of the human family, of the fourth kingdom in nature, regarding it as an entity, which it essentially is. This is in reality the study of two horoscopes, as in the above case. The horoscope of the kingdom of souls, of the divine sons of God upon the mental plane, and the study of the entity which is the coherent life of the form side of the fourth kingdom in nature. This is again done by superimposing the two charts. These charts are drawn on a large scale, and on a transparent material of which humanity knows nothing. Upon these charts are noted the pattern which emerges when soul and personality are brought together, and present conditions, possible developments, and relationships, and the immediate future objective appear with clarity. 3. The horoscopes of disciples. The masters do not study the charts of ordinary undeveloped man. There is no profit in so doing. This involves again the study of the two horoscopes of the disciple under inspection, one of the soul, and the other of the personality. Again the process of superimposition is utilized. In one horoscope, the new orientation, and the embryonic reorganized inner life will be noted and studied, and in the other the outer life and its conformity or non-conformity to inner conditions will be the subject of attention. Thus the life pattern will emerge, possibilities will be indicated, problems will disappear, and the immediate next step will clearly show forth. It thus becomes apparent again to what an extent the principle of duality enters into everything. It is a shifting dualism, according to where the emphasis may be placed, but this dualism is present until the last and final initiation, present in the later stages of the evolutionary process, in the adjustment of form relations, but not present in the consciousness of the disciple of advanced degree. That is the major point to be grasped. A third point must here be made, following upon the two earlier emphasized. A great part of our study will be occupied with the relation of the 6 constellations in the upper half of the zodiacal wheel to the 6 which are found in the lower half. We shall consider the energy which is a human being. Note that,